Welcome to Binging.
Dragon!
What is going on, mi gente? Welcome back to another episode of Binging Dragons. My name is Ruben, aka CrossRodz, and today's episode will be a very cool one. I hope, maybe, hopefully. Um, I will be talking about the movie The Wild Robot, when whether or not I liked it or not. On today's episode, I don't have any guests, any hosts, or anything. So this is a little bit intimidating anytime I get to do this alone, but I need to do it for weeks like this, and where I watch a movie that I really actually I was gonna spoil it already. Anyways, yeah, don't forget to before we get to the movie, don't forget to follow me or follow the page anywhere you're listening to. Whether it's on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even though it's only the audio version. But yes, if you like that, we are there as well. Also, you can go ahead and follow me on pretty much anywhere on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. I've been using more Threads here. I used to, I was using X more, and I do have incredible mutuals and awesome people that follow me there. But I don't know. I think I've had enough with Twitter. And yes, I will be using Threads in the time, at least in the future. It seems like I will be using Threads more. I've been having really good interactions there. So if you're there, go ahead and check me out. Just so you know, this episode, I'm going to try and keep it within like 30 minutes or less. So this is how I'm thinking about doing it. First of all, there will not be spoilers on the entire or up to a certain point of the episode. I still don't know when, but I will let you know whenever spoilers come around, just in case you want to watch the movie and you hate spoilers. And yeah, but remember, if you don't want spoilers, please go ahead and save this video, just so you can get back to it whenever spoilers come around. And that way, whenever you watch the movie, you can just get back to it and finish it off and let me know what you think. With that being said, on Spotify, there is a new, let me take this image out here for a second. On Spotify, there is a new thing you can do, which is leave comments. I think they're trying to make it more social media ish. And yes, I think that it would be really cool for you guys. It would, definitely, I'm sure it helps quite a bit, especially these platforms. Whenever I don't know what happened there, but whenever they release new features, it always helps when people use them. So please, if you're on Spotify, know that you can leave comments, and yeah, also make sure to save the podcast as one of your favorites if you're having a good time. If this is your first time on the podcast, know that yeah, this is a podcast where we mainly talk about A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones universe, but we will also talk about other awesome franchises like The Last of Us, Star Wars, and we or Marvel as well. Even though I haven't been able to talk much about Agatha, but whatever, that'll be some other day. Um, Also, we'll do some random movies like today, The Wild Robot. Uh, so yes, make sure to follow, subscribe to the channel, like and comment. And oh, if this is your first time, let me know what you thought about the episode. Uh, all the feedback is great. It just helps me be better at this. If you go back and watch the very first episode I made, it was chaotic. I'm sure maybe people will say it wasn't that bad, but I know it was bad. So yeah, well, I've just been getting better with every episode, hopefully. I think that was all the everything that I needed to say before we get into the movie, The Wild Robot. Let me see. I have some notes here, which yeah, what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking about doing for this episode. Also, besides the spoiler thing, I think I never finished that sentence. Um, I'm thinking about going through my letterbox, and that way I can read some comments of like, feller fellow awesome mutuals of mine and people that you probably follow on social media as well that I follow there. I can maybe read what I left as well. We can also go through Rotten Tomato scores and see where those percentages are at, which at the end of the day, I don't really put a whole lot of weight into those, but they're always cool to kind of go through. Um, and I feel like there's something else. Oh, I'm gonna give you guys like my favorite moments and aspects about the movie. Um, and yeah, I think I think we're ready to talk about the wild robot. I am going to bring here actually maybe I can change that one into this. There we go. Perfect. So the wild robot, whenever you look it up on Letterbox, it says discover your true nature. After a shipwreck, an intelligent robot called Roz is stranded on an uninhabited island. To survive the harsh environment, Roz bonds with the island's animals and cares for an orphaned baby goose. That is such a good summary of this movie, really. Um, and yeah, this is I gotta say, I love this movie. Ever since I watched the first trailer, I knew I was going to, yeah, there was something about it that I knew I was just going to love. Also, it seems like I love robot movies. So, because I love Big Hero 6. Last week there was Transformers 1, and I thought that was really, really fun as well, which is crazy. We got those two going on right now. Two of the better animated movies to come out this year, if not the best. Um, but yes, it's directed by Chris Sanders, who is the same person who did How to Train Your Dragon, which is another movie that I absolutely love. And this is part of DreamWorks, by the way. So, and I read something. I'm not really going to get into it a whole lot, but I believe this might be the last movie that DreamWorks animation does or something. I will maybe I can make a video on TikTok later about this, but um yes, that's something that's happening. I love this movie, man. I thought this movie was just beautiful. It was everything that I expected it to be, and maybe a little bit more. If you are, I will say, if you are a parent or a soon to be parent or have aspirations of maybe one day being a parent, I think this movie will break you even more um, than it did to me. Honestly, I was ever since I turned 30, I have become more of a crier, and I was crying quite a bit on this movie. There's like one specific moment that I'll talk about more when we get into the spoilers, but yes, this movie prepared to cry because it's very it hits hard. Some of the I would say I would call this movie, I think I called it on my video mesmerizing. I've seen other or like friends of mine that have made videos call it like magical, just straight up incredible, jaw dropping. Um, believe the hype. It is that good. The animation itself should draw you in. It's honestly, I did not believe it when I first heard of it, but it's almost as if you were watching a painting moving. Really, it just like there are moments where you can kind of even look at. I don't know if they did it that way or what with like actual paintings and whatnot, but man, I don't know, the details of the animation. It's just really, really beautiful. Um, Besides that, the voice acting. I thought everyone in this movie did an incredible job, which included Kit Connor, Bill Nighy, Stephanie Sue, Mark Hamill's, Ving Rams, or Rames, I'm not entirely sure. And then, of course, leading the way. Oh, and we also have Catherine O'Hara, Matt Berry, Alexandra Novell. But leading the way, we had Lupita and Nyong'o, and then Pedro Pascal. Both of them were really, really good in their roles. And I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I'm already expecting this movie to have a lot of nominations for next year's Oscars or like award seasons. I can't remember if there's a category for voice acting. I'm hoping there is. Um, but if there's not, there really needs to be one because man, there's they were just incredible. Lupita and Pedro, you can tell how like they lead the way in this movie in such a passionate and incredible way. And Kid Connor, he doesn't, yeah, he does a really, really good job as well. Um, but yeah, the voice acting and the animation are really good, and it helps. It really does help elevate the themes of this movie because for the most part I feel like there are themes that we have seen quite a bit in other movies, because it goes through the like found family themes and whatnot, but their performances really do elevate uh the movie. And there was something else I feel like I'm missing. Whatever, if I remember here in a few minutes, I'll bring it up. um but yes, animation, voice acting, and just yeah, helped elevate this movie quite a bit. um Going back to letter, oh, we can go ahead and check the Rotten Tomatoes. So on Rotten Tomatoes, well, I should have just done like a little like what do you guys think it'll be kind of thing, but I've already showed you guys. So well, if you guys are just listening and you're not seeing this, actually, you guys can play into this. If, yeah, okay, just let me know in the comments what you think if you guessed it right. So, the wild robot has how much percentage for critic percentage or whatever, viewers percentage, something like that. So, I think I've given you guys time enough. Right now it's sitting both scores at the same with 98%, which is really, it's really crazy. Um Honestly, this movie, it's that good. Please believe it. Please believe it. It's really, really good. And it's also started really good at the box office for those of you who are interested in those kind of numbers and whatnot, and how much a movie makes and all that. But as of earlier, this was like 6 hours ago, the Wild Robot had made 53 million at the worldwide box office, which the movie had a budget of 78 millions. So yeah, they're very close already in just one weekend to surpassing that. And I think it'll only get better because yeah, word of mouth will get people sat at the movie theater to go watch this movie. I will say, I watched this movie at an IMAX, and I have to recommend it, man. Like if you have the opportunity, if you have some extra cash going around, please watch it on IMAX if you have the opportunity because you just won't regret it. Um, I think this is a movie that will set a precedent, and when it comes to animation, it almost feels like whenever Into the Spider Verse came out, where the animation was so like new, it felt fresh, it felt like you were watching yeah, something absolutely new. This feels like that. It really does. It really does. So yes, if you have the opportunity, I understand if if you have a big family and all of that, it's hard. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it unless you have a lot of money to take your kids and like go watch it on IMAX. Uh, but if it's just, if you, again, if you have the extra cash and extra time, try to watch it on IMAX or any of the other premium format. There's also like if you do AMC, they also have Dolby Cinema, or if you do like Regal, they have the RPX, which is the Regal Premium Experience, I think it is. So yeah, keep an eye out for that for sure. Um, let's see. I think we can go ahead and kind of do. Actually, I think I'll leave the comments more towards the end of the episode. But I did give it 4 stars. Yeah, I know and my reasoning behind it, it's because of its theme. Uh, Again, it's a beautiful theme. It's a beautiful story, but it's something we have seen before with like found family and pushing. When you have someone who feels like they don't belong, and you see them work their way up to greatness and just good things. So we've seen that before. That's why I gave it 4. But honestly, I will be rewatching this movie very soon with my wife. She wasn't able to go with me today. Um, and I've got a feeling that, yeah, whenever we go rewatch, which might be this week, I might, yeah, I might just bump it up 4.5 stars or maybe even 5, really. Um, but yeah, let's see. I think I want to get, oh, TikTok. I forgot to say thank you to everyone that has been joining and liking the video. I appreciate you all so much. Jackie, what's up? Uh so TikTok. I was not going to be looking at the comments that much, but towards the end of this episode, I will read some of your comments if I see any in here in regards to the movie. So yeah, just dropping it out there. um my wife is even around, but she probably just got out because, yeah, the spoilers. um let's get into spoilers. Yeah, I think this is a good time to get into spoilers. So yes, maybe let's see where we're at right now. I think we're at a good time. 17, almost 18 minutes. I think that's it. That's that's pretty good. Um yeah, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes just in case you guys want to just skip ahead, maybe. But if not, I would recommend saving the video, and whenever you go watch the movie, head on back, and yeah, we'll be here, and I hope you guys keep enjoying it. So, spoilers coming right now. Just in case you guys haven't watched the movie. My favorite moments, and I think I'll just do it in favorite moments kind of way. I have 3 here. If anything else comes around, um, I can just add it. But for now, I think my absolute favorite moment in the movie was whenever Roz is teaching Bright Bill how to fly. That whole scene was just was powerful. And again, I'm even getting some chills right now. That is a very powerful scene. Um, and again, the way they just portray everything with the animation, and Lupita and Kit is his name. I forgot. Shoot, Kit. Yeah, Kit Connor. I just thought it was really good. So yes, that part whenever Ross teaches Bright Bill how to fly, that's definitely mine. I should have left that. Now that I think about it, I should have left that towards, like, say it more towards the end. But whatever, it is what it is. That's my number one. My number two, I would say Roz and Fink saving everyone from the winter storm. That is, and you can even, like, again, that's a theme that we've kind of seen before, because it gets to a point where Fink is talking about how they, even though everything goes to shit inside that dome thing that um Roz created, because you have predators and prey in the same place. So they're all going crazy until Ross starts talking, and then Fink goes on with his speech about how they all need to coexist, at least at that time, because if not, they would literally die with that bad of a winter storm. So I think that was a very pretty moment, and I was definitely a fan of it. Uh, Plus, yeah, how everything went, how they showed us them just going through all of the different habitats, and how they even use Fink as the one that is looking for them, using as foxes usually do. If you've never seen it, they pretty much did it the way foxes do, where they jump and go like inside the snow. It was really cool. Yeah, I've watched plenty of BBC and Animal Planet documentaries, and David Attenborough. I can't remember his name, but yeah, the most interesting animal in this world. Yeah, that guy. Um, that was a horrible impersonation. I am not good. I am not good at doing impersonations, but you just realized it. Yeah, you just saw that. Another thing that I really enjoyed. This wasn't really like a specific moment, even though I can think of a few, or at least one, but there were some very dark um jokes at times. Um for example, with the Catherine O'Hara's character, which was the possum with the baby possums, and they're talking. I think it's Roz and baby Brightbill. So whenever he was a gosling, um, and Ross is like, kind of going crazy, saying like she can't do this, blah blah blah. And the I can't remember the character name of Catherine O'Hara's. I know it was the possum, but while she's talking to Roz, you hear something come around and snatch one of her babies, and just eat it. Well, you think that it eats it, but then it turns out the baby possum managed to escape, but it sounded like it was gone for good. Even I'm gonna look it up because it's driving me kind of crazy now, not remembering the name of Pinktail. That's the name, Pinktail. Uh, yeah, I think she goes like, "Well, there goes one of my babies," and just keeps on going about their talk, because that's just how nature works. It's almost like they're used to the brutality of nature, which obviously they're used to. um, Not as if they are used to it, and it shows you how brutal it can be. Um, Also, Fink at the very beginning, yeah, he starts out very sus, and well, not even sus, honestly, just straight up bad. But that's just, a fox doing foxy things. I think even Pedro says that at some point. Pedro was so good, man. I can't, yeah. Pedro did such an incredible job. I really, really, yeah, liked him in that. Um, but yes, those were my three favorite moments. Again, I feel like, if you guys, oh, please, yes, in the comments, let me know which moments were your favorites. And that way we can kind of geek out more about the movie. Uh, yeah, remember, on Spotify or YouTube, you can do that. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. I think the next thing that I'll do might just be read some comments on TikTok and see if there's anything that has to do with the movie. Jackie, what's going on? I know I said hey earlier, but I'll say it again. Thank you, Kat, for being around. I appreciate that, and all the likes. Let's see. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I think there was somebody else. Caitlin might have been. That's it. Yes, Caitlin says my daughter read the book and saw it Friday. Loved it so much. Yeah. Which, by the way, I didn't know this was based off of a book. Um, Peter something. I can't remember right now the name. Let me see if I can find it here fast for you guys. Oh, these are some images I meant to kind of show you guys. And we can do that here in a minute. Peter Brown is the name of the author. I did not know that this was based on a book, which this is his tweet, which is pretty cool. He says, or they say, I'm not entirely sure their pronouns. Let me see if it says here. Doesn't really say it, but um yeah, it says, oh shoot, how it started, over how it went, over how it's going. So we have here a just like a sketch of which is interesting because a lot of people have been comparing it. It's kind of like a mix of like Baymax with Big Hero 6, and Iron Giant. So now it's making me want to watch Iron Giant, which has been years. I can't, yeah. Honestly, rewatching Iron Giant would feel like a first watch right now, because it's just been such a long time. But yes, then he posted a picture of the book, which I'm interested now and yeah, in reading it. I've already seen some people saying it's not s- like they changed quite a bit, but I don't know, man. Seems like the person is kind of like happy. Actually, they talk about the okay, I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that because I read some people kind of complaining of how the book and the movie are pretty different. So I'll read what oh, it's not Brown. It says, wait, it is Brown. Peter Brown. What does it say? Peter Brow down here. Anyways, so yeah, he goes on to post a picture. I don't know if this is maybe what's that place in New York? Damn it, Times Square. So, Peter says the movie brilliantly captures the big important ideas of the book, but they're both unique. Okay, so he does talk about like the differences, but they're both unique, special, and totally worth experiencing. So go watch the Wild Robot movie plus then go read the Wild Robot book and maybe help me remind people how this all started. Dude, I'm excited to read the book, honestly. Maybe once I'm done with A Song of Ice and Fire, this could be a good sort of how do you say, cleaning the or like a palate cleanser kind of thing. um, but yeah, let's see. The other thing that we were gonna do was go through some of the comments that either friends of mine or people that I follow on what's it called? Letterbox had to say. We have here, for example, Sydney Volpe. She's really awesome. I think she goes by she, but if not they, um, I'm sorry, Sydney. But Sydney wrote, this isn't groundbreaking. This isn't a groundbreaking story, and I definitely don't agree that it's one of DreamWorks' best. Ooh, dang. But as someone who doesn't have a huge spot or soft spot for things like this, I really enjoyed it. Oh, okay. Soft spot for things like this? What do you mean, like robot movies? I know you like Transformers, so I'm interesting. Maybe I'll go check some of your videos. Maybe you've talked about it some. Um, the narrative goes on way too long, which seems to be a result of not cutting certain things from the source material. You see, okay, so Sydney is, yeah, she's kind of against, it seems, maybe with some of the source material stuff and whatnot. I think the themes would have been more effective if they had ended it differently or earlier, but regardless, it's a cute adventure about found family and the power of kindness. Definitely. Just don't think too hard about what the animals will do after the credits roll. My theater clapped when she said, "I am a wild robot." That is a good part. Um, and ultimately, that's all I needed out of this experience. Cool. Kit Laser, my friend Kit Laser, friggin' awesome. He said, "Be prepared to cry. This robot is so wild." Uh, um, movie Matt K. He says, "I saw the wild robot literally less than a week ago. How the fuck did it make me cry even more this time?" So he rewatched it and he cried even more on the second viewing. Which is interesting because I will probably be rewatching it this week with my wife. So yeah. Um Let's see. Some other people posted, "See DreamWorks, it's that easy. Say yes, yes to original projects and no, no to Kung Fu Panda 4." Damn. Um, this person, the film, and by the way, that was Ram and a Heart. I don't know. We also have the film drunk. DreamWorks and their euphoric ass scores. Oh, that's something I didn't talk about. Thank you, man. Thank you, film drunk. That make my soul leave my body. Give me a break. Yes, yes, that is something I did not talk about. So thank you, film drunk. You see, this is good sometimes. Whenever you go through, this is the first time doing it, so it's I'll probably be doing it moving forward. But yes, the score, man. I don't know who did the score. Maybe I can look it up on IMDb. Yeah, I can go here on IMDb. But the score was great. It was so so good. Um, let's see. All cast and crew. Shoot, whatever. Well, production, casting, editing, cinematography. Chris Bowers is the one in charge of the music, and yes, believe it, it was really really good. I've just passed 32 minutes, and I wanted to do this in less. Damn it. Anyways, I think that will be all. I don't want to keep things, going if they don't need to. So, I think we've covered most of it. This wasn't going to be like a scene by scene kind of thing, just letting out, what I think about the movie and going through some of the comments and just percentages of, however people are rating the movie so far. I definitely recommend again, I recommend watching this movie. If you have a chance again, if you have the chance to go to IMAX, do it. You will not regret it because yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Actually, before I go, let me show you guys some of the images. I wanted to do that earlier. Just in case you guys haven't seen it. These are just some of the shots from throughout the movie. Um, that I think these were all on the trailer, so if not, this was spoilers part, so whatever. um, but yeah, just make sure to go watch this movie, support this movie because it really does um, deserve a lot of attention. It's good. It's a good time. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate you all. Let me make this. Yeah, I brought it back here. This was the Wild Robot Talk, and I appreciate every one of you that stopped by on TikTok as well. Hey, what's up, Nessie? What's good? Sorry, I hadn't seen like the comments or anything right now. Um, and thank you all for watching this. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Um, oh damn, I forgot to put on the ticker over here to follow Binging Dragons on social media. So yes, make sure to follow on Instagram, TikTok. I need to get better. I need to do something about creating clips, really. That is something I really need to start doing. Anyways, yeah. Follow the page, follow me, CrossRodz, as you see over here, or Ruben Targaryen. And I will see you guys in the next one, okay? You all be safe And until the next one, bye bye.